Have you ever played a video game with a lackluster boss? Most likely you have, and if that happens, there's the possibility to ruin the entire game. This battle that you've been preparing for hours is a letdown, either due to it being too easy or the results that come from it. Now what if I told you this is true about multiple Minecraft bosses? Well, Minecraft does hold some great bosses such as the Ender Dragon, which has a climactic build-up and a rewarding conclusion. The majority of bosses in the game fall short due to multiple reasons that we will go over in this video, as well as how to fix them. Just some guidelines. I'll try not to stray too far from what Minecraft has set in stone, so as much as I love a unique music arrangement to be in the background of a fight with the Ender Dragon, I won't be including things like that in the video. As always, leave a comment down below if you disagree with anything that I say, as some things may be a little controversial, but with that, let's get started. The Wither is a very interesting boss, as it can be spawned anywhere in the world. This does play into its difficulty, as spawning it underground surrounded by blocks is a lot easier to defeat than out in the open. Even then, with the Smite 5 sword, the boss goes down pretty easily. The game tries to combat this by having the Wither regenerate health on Java, and making the Wither unable to be damaged by arrows or projectiles when at half health. Yet, the previously mentioned Smite sword hastens the phase easily. I will say that the Wither effect is a hard opponent, and makes the fight much more difficult, which is a good thing. To make this even more difficult, I propose that instead of a phase where arrows don't work, a phase where melee attacks don't work, as that is where most damage in this fight comes from. For the rest of the fight, bring the features from Bedrock over to Java would be great, as if you don't know, the fight on Bedrock is much more difficult. The loot table is good as you obtain a Wither Star to craft a beacon, which can hasten build projects or even just your strength in general. Overall, I think the Wither is the best fight of these three, so I don't have much to complain about here. The others though, I can't say the same. The Elder Guardian is straight up stupid. There's no boss meter, there's no unique attacks, there's no nothing. Sure, you get mining fatigue, but that doesn't even affect you during the fight. The concept of an underwater boss is great, especially for Minecraft, yet the execution is terrible. The Guardian is usually stationary, or could be through the use of blocks, and just steals a couple of hearts per hit. To start, having the boss move around more, yet not too much as it would be very annoying, could be helpful. Having something like a projectile attack that works similarly to a trident to spice up its attacks would go a long way. Even a status where you lose your breath faster could help change the pace of a battle. For drops, besides sponge and a recently added armor trim, there is no reason to even visit an ocean monument. Adding a new, unique weapon, or, if they really wanted to make it worth it, an unnecessary for a new dimension or a boosted stat like health, hunger, speed, etc. in the way that the Elytra boosts your speed, would make the fight actually worth it. As unlikely as it seems, this is not the worst boss in the game. That title would belong to the Warden, the newest boss in the game. It has the most health by far and deals an insane amount of damage. I love the design of it, and it sounds and looks like such a threatening boss. Until you find out there's literally no reason to fight it. Sure, the game doesn't want you to fight it, and it just serves as a threat to you while you explore the deep depths. Yet there should be at least something for fighting it. I personally think its attacks are perfect and stretch the limits of the game, being the most unique mob in the entire game, so I wouldn't critique that part. Drop table is non-existent, to the point even the armor trim in the deep depths isn't dropped by the Warden. Adding any valuable item, even a piece of netherite, even though it wouldn't make much sense, or new item, would make the boss the best one in the game by far, experience-wise and possibly loot-wise. In conclusion, while some Minecraft bosses offer a better loot and challenge than others, there's room to fix all of them. Obviously though, like all games, it's not perfect, and that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you have any feedback, leave it down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next time.